Welcome to another episode of the TUE Brew Review. This week we are checking out Lord Rear Admiral ESB. This is from Floyds Brewing out of northwestern Indiana. These guys have been making beer now for over 30 years. They first went into production in 1996. I remember going down there in the late 90s and checking these guys out. So, getting old. This brewery is well regarded for making some very, shall we call them, very high flavor beers. Back in the early aughts, they launched Alpha King, which was kind of the Midwest version of a West Coast IPA. Blew a lot of people's minds with its very hop forward presence. And then that's been followed up by Zombie Dust. There's Dreadnought, which is a big giant double IPA. But they also, go into some English style beers, this being one of them. They make a Scottish ale that's very good. They make a Behemoth, which is like a big imperial stout that's quite tasty. And this guy, so this is ESB, which is short for extra special bitters. It is a classic British pub ale. So let's go ahead and give this a try. And oh, by the way, Lord Rear Admiral, I understand this pays homage to Lord Horatio Nelson, who was a very famous British naval hero, led the British fleet during the Napoleonic Wars at the turn of the 19th century. Apparently, he was a brilliant tactician and considered a rather esteemed war hero. So that's who the beer is named after. The classic 12-ounce bottle. Every time you see that purple and green swirl top, you know that it's a Floyds product. And they always have kind of a graphic, cartoonish look to their label, which I always kind of dig and is very on brand. 12 ounces, 6.5 ABV. So an ESB tends to have a little bit more malt heft and alcohol heft than your standard British pub ale. So 6.5% is probably on point. Go ahead and get this ESB into the glass. It's got a classic English pale ale look to it. You've got a really nice copper color, semi-translucent. You have a really nice beige persistent head there, so very on point in terms of its appearance. So in the aromatics, definitely getting a combination of kind of the caramel bready maltiness, but also getting the nice little dollop of hops in the nose. And I will say, instead of getting kind of that floral herbal classic English hop nose, it does have more of kind of the U.S. hop nose, which is kind of that piney resin type of aromatics to it. So definitely has an American tilt to the aromatics. Cheers. Flavor is wonderful. It's got that nice kind of that biscuity, kind of sweet, kind of doughy malt up front, which is very on point for the style. But then the hops come in, and once again, I'm kind of getting that resiny U.S. style hops that one would find, say, in an American pale ale, as opposed to an English bitter. I'm getting a little bit of a slight fruitiness as well, which is again very very much to style, kind of a mellow stone fruit sweetness there in the finish. But that hop bite is it's not overpowering, but it's definitely there. It's definitely in the background and definitely lingering. Although once again, I am getting some nice doughy malt character to it. Body, kind of a medium body, again on point for the body. I do like how it finishes a little bit more dry and crisp than I would associate with this style, but it's got a really nice finish to it. But yeah, overall, I would classify this more as kind of like an American red ale than maybe a true ESB. I just think it lacks some of those kind of the herbal hop notes and some of that kind of bready, caramel, nutty type of graininess that you'll get with an ESB. But a beautifully made beer, definitely drinkable, more of a red APA. If you're looking for maybe a true ESB, if you can't get over to England where you're going to get it from the source, get something like a Fuller's or a Young's. and you'll get more of a feel for what an ESB. Also, a very famous ESB here in the States, Goose Island Honkers Ale, their flagship beer, was modeled after an ESB. But this is very, very tasty, if not, exactly pinpointing on style. Definitely will be finishing this off and enjoying it a great deal. So there you have it. This is an ESB. It is called Lord Rear Admirals. It is from Floyds Brewing Company. Cheers.